This is the Red Fox Summt 70, which is an alpine climbing pack intended for carrying an awful lot of gear going really high up on a mountain. And there are a lot of features on this pack. As you can see, there's all kinds of straps, but I want to go through and explain to you the many different features that come with this pack. It's a top-loading pack, and the lid can expand. And actually, one of the things that's kind of unique here, this clip is an aluminum alloy, so this is not going to break. This plastic, I suppose it might, but it's pretty easy to replace. This being bar tacked in place would be very hard to replace. Being metal, you're not going to have to. So this clips front and back, and it can be removed. This top lid has some organizer pockets inside of it. There are two organizer pockets on the inside. There and there for stashing stuff. There's also an organizer pocket on the underside right there. But probably even more cool is the fact that this lid can be turned into a fanny pack or a sling pack. As I said, it's a top-loading pack, so it has a skirt that expands to allow all kinds of extra stuff to be thrown in. And when it's not filled up, you can tighten it up here with a webbing strap. There's a draw cord around the whole circumference, which notice it's offset from this, so you don't have to search for it when you do have to tighten things up. It has two side straps. This is great if you needed to carry skis or maybe a ski pole. Would be easily put in here. And again, we're talking about metal buckles on the female side, plastic on the male. Easy to replace. There's also a side pocket here for stashing stuff. It has a drain hole right out there, and a draw cord to hold things tight. On the back, got ladder chains here, some ice lax loops, so that would be very easy for you to put an ice axe in there like that, flip it around, and then clamp it off up here with one of these elastic ties. Come with the pack. There are also loops right here if instead of a pole maybe you were carrying skis. But probably the stuff that you're going to notice the most with this pack is the stuff that is a little less obvious to the eye, but more important when you're carrying it. And that is that this pack comes with a really bomber suspension system, which is built on a V-frame. There are two molded metal stays inside here. It'll fit into the small of your back, and it provides something solid for all the weight that a 70-liter pack can carry. Something that's a little less obvious, it's even shaped along its cross section. So that adds some extra strength to a fairly lightweight aluminum stay. And then against your back, we've got molded foam here with some nice stretch woven material over it, some hard material on the sides to shed snow. This stretch woven fits against your back real nice. And then there's a really nice padded waist belt. Nice wide webbing. Again, molded foam in here. That can fit into your iliac crest. Just removed the inside of this. I wanted you to see inside here a little bit. So you can see the the V-frame struts up at the top here. And what you can see, there's a cross member right here. And that is a metal cross member that gives this whole thing some stability at the top of your head. But it also, you might be able to see there's a little bit of a contour there. That metal cross beam is put into a foam pad that's molded, and this little cup here becomes an occipital cavity for the back of your head, so that when you're carrying a heavy pack, a lot of times it's very hard to lift your head up, but not with this. Very easy to look around, move your head, and not be bumped in the back of the head with your pack. And probably one of the other things you're concerned about if you've got a pack this big, you need to drink a lot of water. So there is a sleeve inside in the back for hanging a hydration bladder, and then there's ports on the side, either side, for you to feed your hydration tube out, and then it can go into the shoulder strap, and it's easy access for you there. These shoulder straps are a little bit different from what you've probably seen. Of course, there's the typical sternum strap right here with a whistle on the buckle. That's pretty common, and those can slide up and down to position themselves. But you may notice this is wide in front, it's kind of thin over your shoulders, and then wide in the back. And that's done so that right here, where it's thin, if you're wearing this pack, you're going to be able to lift your arms without bunching up the shoulder strap. And finally, I think the main thing to keep in mind is, what is this fabric? This is a ripstop Robic. So it has double threads cross-stitched in here, cross-threaded, to prevent it from ripping. And it's a very durable yarn, Robic is. And this fabric, in addition to being very durable, will just shed snow beautifully. And this is made for an alpine environment. You're going to want that.